I needed to learn how to dress right so I could get laid. And I needed to learn how to stand up for myself because I was raised by Southern women and I knew how to be sweet and passive-aggressive. I started working at DuPont Circle at the Kramerbooks and afterwards. I was the most powerful man in DuPont Circle. That everyone there wanted to eat there, everyone wanted to drink there, and everyone wanted to play music there. If you remember, there's a little lip up there above the bookstore where the people play music. Mostly it's just background music for people who are looking at books or eating, but people wanted to play there. Mary Chafin Carpenter got her start there. Now, my roommates were helping me with the clothes. See, based on exactly how I dressed, they assumed that I was colorblind. I am not. So they went through all my clothes and made granimals for adult men. So I would know how to match my clothes. So I came into work one Wednesday night, and it was a bad night. The hostess had called off. We were getting really busy, and I had matched my clothes. They matched, but no one told me not to wear corduroy pants with a corduroy shirt. And every time that I walked, it made that whoosh, 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 whoosh noise. And the singer-songwriter that we had hired that night, she was late. And she shows up and she runs in and she's like 22 years old and she's got this little midriff top on and these jeans down on her hips. And she has this little Holly Hobby lunchbox that she carries all her stuff in. And she starts playing her music. Unfortunately, she's playing her music way too loud. I'm trying to answer the phone. I'm trying to seat people. I can't hear. So I run upstairs. And they look at her sound guy, and I'm like, can you turn it down? And he's like, oh, you have to talk to her. So I go back downstairs. And I wait. She starts singing her next song, and it's way too loud. So I march upstairs. And I wait for her to finish, and I'm like, look, sweetheart. And she had one of those names that's kind of nostalgic and hippie, like Ruby or Flower or Prairie, something like that. And I look at her and I said, listen, sweetheart, your music's just a little too loud, and if you could turn it down. And she does one of these like this. And I wanted to say, you know, those have no magic here. Sorry. And she said, I'll try. And I went back downstairs. Now she starts to play her music loudly again. And she's getting upset because people aren't listening to her. They're looking at books. And she shouts out, listen everyone, my name's Jewel and I came all the way from Alaska to play this music for you. I've got a CD coming out in a couple of months. And I know you love me and soon you will see. And I can't hear anything. I'm running around the restaurant. I can't hear. She's blasting her music. So now I'm angry and I march upstairs. And I wait for her to finish her song. I said, listen, Jewel. Congratulations on that little CD thing you got going on. But listen, tonight you work for me and I am the most powerful man in DuPont Circle. So when it comes between you playing your music the way you want to and me running the restaurant, I win. Capiche? And she went. And I marched downstairs triumphant. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. And I waited, and she started to play her music at an appropriate level. And we were all happy. But she got bored and started making up songs. She was making up songs about Washington, D.C. She was making up songs about Kramerbooks and afterwards. And actually, they all rhymed, and they were funny. And I'm off running and seating some people in the restaurant and doing restaurant stuff that I was doing. And someone came up and said, Kevin, you got to hear this song. It's really great. Come listen to what she's singing. And I walk out into the bookstore just in time enough to hear her sing, he's all in corduroy and thinks he rules the world. What? Now, she played that night, and we had booked her for 3 weeks in a row. She didn't show back up. She played some little local dive called, I don't know, the 930 Club. I didn't go, but I saw the ad in the city paper. Now, I learned how to dress, I learned how to talk, and I learned how not to take myself so seriously. And 17 years later, here I am in D.C. still entertaining you, and where the hell is she? Thank you.